Welcome back to my channel, Modest Fashionista. This is Alicia. In this video, I'm going to dispel myths and misrepresentations. Okay, let me restart that sentence, I'm sorry. In this video, I'm going to dispel myths and misrepresentations about visually impaired people. So, let's get into the video. Number 1. All visually impaired people see black or darkness. That is not true. 90% of visually impaired people have some remaining vision. And up to 99% of visually impaired people still have light perception. So most of us still have some degree of remaining vision. Regardless if it is usable or not, that's different depending on the individual. Most visually impaired people will have usable remaining vision. But just because you have remaining vision and you can see more than light or more than lights and shadows, it don't always mean that it's usable. But in most cases it will be. Number 2, visually impaired people can't use technology. Well, that's not true. I'm severely low vision. I can't even read with extremely high power magnification. Not even in that way. And I use technology. The Alexa was made for people that have severe low vision, profound blindness, or total blindness. But now, people that are not visually impaired at all use Alexas. That is an example of universal design. Universal design is when you make a product to help one specific group of people, but then everyone uses it. Another example would be the curb cut phenomenon. The curb cut is when you walk from the sidewalk, like at the end of the sidewalk, right before you get into the street. You feel the bumps under your feet? Well, that's the curb cut. The curb cut is like a slope with bumps on it that leads from the sidewalk into the street. It was made for people that are wheelchair users, but it's also helpful for visually impaired people. It helps us to differentiate between the sidewalk and the road. The curb cut is also helpful for mothers that are pushing perambulators or baby carriages. Number 3, visually impaired people can't write. That's not true. A lot of visually impaired people can still write. Whether they write or not, it's not dependent on their visual ability. It's dependent on if they had the opportunity to learn to write with a pencil or not. I did have the opportunity to learn to write with a pencil, even though I can't read anything. I can't read anything I write, no matter how big it is, no matter how far away it is, no matter how close it is, no matter how much you magnify it. I'm just never able to read. But that does not mean that me and people that are in a similar situation like me should not be given the opportunity to learn to write with a pencil. I'm grateful that I learned to write with a pencil. My 8th grade art teacher, who was also my art teacher in high school, she taught me to write with a pencil, and I'm very grateful for that. Number 4, visually impaired people can't work out at the gym because the machines are too dangerous. Okay, let's talk about this. The machines at the gym can be dangerous, but we can still work out at the gym and use the same equipment sighted people use. We just have to be more careful and learn what to do with the equipment. So if it's an arm bike, like this is, like what I'm working out on now, I had to learn what to do with this arm bike. If I'm working out on the treadmill, I had to learn how to work out on the treadmill. It's still doable, even though it may be scary at first. Some people are scared of exercise machines that they have never used before. And that's nothing that should be laughed at or undermined or thought of as insignificant, because our fears are very, very real. But we should still be given the chance to work out at the gym if we want to. Number 5. Visually impaired people can't ride bicycles. It's more difficult for me to ride a bicycle as a visually impaired person, but it's doable. I'm not gonna lie and tell you that I'm comfortable with my bicycle. Although I wish that was the truth, it's not. I'm still scared of riding my bicycle, especially when I need to turn, right or left. But it's going to take some time to get over it, and hopefully someday I will. Number 6. Visually impaired people can't cook. Okay. If you are severely low vision like I am, or if you are profoundly blind, or if you are totally blind, profoundly blind, or severely low vision, I would not recommend that you cook. I don't cook. It's possible for me to cook, but I believe that it's for the best that I don't do that, because I don't want to accidentally give someone food poisoning. Yes, they have talking timers, but who knows? What if I set the timer wrong? Or most of the time, chicken is done if you cook it for about 45 minutes. But what if I cook it for 45 minutes and it's still not done? I wouldn't know any better. But if you are mild or moderately low vision, if you want to cook, you should be allowed to do so. So long as you have a sighted person in your life to supervise you, to make sure that whatever you cook is safe to eat. Number 7. Visually impaired people just sit at home and read audiobooks all day. That's not true. I do read audiobooks. I do sit at home and read audiobooks. But my entire life is not audiobooks. I love fashion. I love shopping. I like to work out at the gym. So, no, my entire life is not audiobooks, even though that is something I enjoy. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel.